call about 100,000 people a day. And that those 100,000 people, maybe 10% of them pick up. But if they do pick up, they're talking to a virtual agent initially. And that virtual agent is qualifying their interest in talking to a human agent. Our agents are equipped to sell auto, home, motorcycle, whatever the person needs, and they deliver ultra best in class service. Also, technology empowers the agents. What I call a local agent at scale is the model that we're working at. Like, a local agent is going to know in this part of North Carolina, National General is a better fit than Progressive, or for this kind of profile, Chubb's not going to look at them. So that's the local agent knowledge, but we want the at scale benefits of open 7 days a week. No, if you call a local agent, they might be out on vacation for a week. They might be unresponsive because they're busy that day. And so there's benefits to being at scale. And so we want the best of both. And the technology has enabled our national contact center of agents to operate with that local wisdom and expertise. So the machine learning is saying, Jack's coming in with this zip code and these types of vehicles and getting quotes from insurers and ranking those quotes for the agent so that the agent can say, given your profile, this is the best fit for you. Let me ask you a few questions. If you don't have the patience for those few questions, we'll go to this other option. It's going to be faster, but maybe a less good price. And so that's how the agents are navigating the system, delivering local expertise, but with the benefits of being at scale. Within technical functions, we've got a few essential teams. One is our conversation engineering team. That's the team that is actually talking to customers over text and voice and interoperating with everything else we do. Another team that we have is the real-time bidding team, which is in charge of the machine learning that powers our pricing of our marketing spends and sort of allocates our marketing. We spend about $100 million a year right now on marketing. Yeah. So one team of 4 engineers is in charge of all of that spend, basically. So, okay, per engineer, they're spending $25 million. That's a high impact job. And so they are, and growing, right? We're hoping to spend $200 million in the next 12 to 18 months. So like significant growth. Now every engineer is spending $50 million a year, right? So the impact, even 1% improvements to all the algorithms has massive, pays for the salaries. So we're really excited about growing all that team in particular. Um, and then we've got the core engineering team, which is in charge of the intelligence around how do we help someone find the best, what is the best policy for someone? What's the right insurance company for them? Which agent should they speak to? Is now a good time to reach this person or not the best time? Should we try again after work? So all the intelligence around the orchestration and the ranking of someone's actual insurance needs, that's the core engineering team. So those are and then we also have our data team. We are uh, just dealing with a huge amount of volume of data about each shopper. Every interaction is getting logged, and we're sort of trying to make the best use of every millisecond of the customer's time. So every moment of their journey, every text message they get, every text message they send us, every click on our website, we're thinking about how can we paint the pixels to be slightly better? How can we use language that's slightly better? How can we pick up the phone with slightly better language, intonation, voice quality? And we're studying all of these things. And so our data team has been responsible for ensuring we have ultra high quality data and then using that data to drive impact. And so that's another team we've been investing really heavily into. So those are the technical functions that we've got. We're solving hundreds of people's, thousands of people's financial problems every day. To see these 5-star reviews on Trustpilot that people leave us, and hearing when we have customers every day crying on the phone because they're so blessed by what we did for them and they're so thrilled with it, and the impact on their lives is so meaningful. And so that kind of an impact at the individual level is something that really motivates my team and me. Really, it's investing into the conversations and then also investing into the intelligence, the insurance intelligence, so that we can have recommendations to give to people that are limited to that channel, limited to that moment in time, that meet people. If someone says, I need full coverage, the system needs to be able to limit to full coverage. So those are the kinds of things that we're investing into in terms of personalizing the experience and making it more bi-directional and conversational in nature, agentic essentially. If you think about one day we're all going to have like a phone that you just talk to and say, this is what I want, or this is what I need. Like we're building that, but just for insurance. Our customers are saving $800 a year. A lot of our customers are probably making about median national income, maybe even less than median. And so $800 a year is a lot. We've had like people saying this is the difference between being able to put Christmas presents under the tree for her grandkids and not being able to. Or we have a lot, our average customer is like 50 years old. So we have a lot of senior citizens on fixed incomes, and this is a particularly challenging time for those individuals, and our solutions are really amazing for them. Insurance companies have a million questions that they need to ask you before they give you insurance, and it's faster to get all those questions done and a little easier to get those questions done on the phone where you can hear intonation, where someone can ask for clarification. Some of these questions are super confusing, right? So what's a channel where a customer can ask for clarification of a question, where an agent can provide a few examples of answers that would be relevant, where inference can be made from, I'm this kind of profession. I can assume you're not a PhD probably, right? So how can we use information you've already provided that makes your time better spent? How do we, so, okay, someone's told us they, are uninsured today. Well, the insurance companies that um, ask about whether you're insured or not, they don't care about your education level. So we can skip that question. So it's a very dynamic workflow, and it's one that is very high bandwidth um, in terms of like the exchange of intonation, the exchange of how impatient is this person getting? Should I go for the faster option that's like slightly less, um, slightly more expensive? Or is this person willing to hang out and answer more questions to get a better price? And those things can be accomplished on the phone. So we deliver people a better ROI on their time and on the phone than we can on the web.